Okay, students, can you hear me?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Thank you. Okay, so today we'll start a new topic. It's called a scattering parameter, and we can you can see in a book, many book they this is also called as a S parameters. Okay, so in the today's class, we'll try to make the background. Okay, some of the basic facts, and we'll try to connect the network theory as well. What we studied about the two-port networks, correct? And from the two-port network, we'll try to derive for the S parameter as well, and we'll see what are the advantages, why we are using all those things. We'll see today. Okay. Fine. Okay. So let us recall the two-port network. Correct. So in a circuit theory, we have seen this things already, and we define the number of variables here, like V1, V2, currents. Fine. And for this two-port network, we define number of parameters, like the Z parameters, and it was given as V1, V2, Z11, Z12, Z21, Z22, I1, I2. Correct. So this was a Z parameter, uh, and in a similar way, the Y parameters may be written, and this is actually I1, I2, Y11, Y12, Y21, Y22, V1, and V2. Fine. And one of the most important parameter, which is ABCD parameter or the transmission parameter, also uh, we know these things. So this is V1, I1 is equal ABCD V2 minus I2. Correct. Now, what is the use actually? We need to recall some of the facts here. Like when we are using the Z parameters, correct? So basically, um, the places actually, like the circuit we have seen, okay, where the whole circuits we are representing in a terms of the impedance parameter, okay, or impedance parameter. Or most of the cases where the impedance matching and other things are involved, correct, in a microwave engineering, so we are using the impedance, otherwise admittance. Now this transmission parameter is somewhat is very important because, like as I told you very beginning, in a microwave, okay, we have a number of active and passive devices, and we have to connect in a cascade. Okay. So this is somewhat very important actually. Just a minute. What is this? Okay, so somewhat this is very important. This uh, ABCD parameter, correct? Now we already have a very good background, okay, of the two-port network, and we already studied these parameters. Now, what is the use of the S parameter? We need to rethink here. Why we have to study the S parameters, correct? So, so whatever we have seen, this these parameters actually, okay. So this is actually um, based on or characterized using the total voltage and current appearing at the terminal. Correct. Why this red sign is coming? Just a minute. Some problem is there. Okay. So now the thing is, these are characterized by using the total voltage and currents appearing at the terminal. Total voltage and currents, okay, appearing on the terminal. Fine. So the thing is, actually this is a quite difficult to use this conventional two-port parameter at high frequency. Okay, so what are the problems actually we will use if these conventional two-port parameters? Okay, so the first problem is that it is difficult to measure the total voltage and current. First thing. Second thing is, like, to determining the two-port parameter, we need to sometimes short circuit, sometimes open circuit. Okay, short circuit, short or open circuit, we need to make. Okay, and it is really difficult to realize this open circuit and short circuit over the wide frequency band. This is the second reason. Third reason is the lump parameter model. Okay, what we have seen is generally not valid at high frequency. Okay, so lump parameter model is not valid. Fine. Fourth point is, at microwave frequencies or at high frequencies, the idea of wave is more common, okay, as compared to the total voltage and current. Idea of wave more common. Okay, so these are the four possible reasons actually. That is why we have to use the S parameter when we are working in RF or microwave domain. Okay, so now let us try to derive the things and let us try to understand that how we can link what we learned, okay, in a two-port network. Fine. Okay, so just a minute. So let us start with the Y parameters, correct? So for the Y parameter, we know these things, that I1 is equal Y11 V1 plus Y12 V2, and I2 is equal Y21 V1 plus Y22 V2. Correct. So this is the thing. Now we'll make one point here, like this is for two-port network. Fine. So because when we are dealing with the microwave frequencies, so as I told you, we have incident and reflected waves. Correct? We have incident and reflected wave. So we'll say this is V1 plus, this is V1 minus, okay? This is V2 plus, and this is V2 minus. Okay, fine. Now what we can do actually, these terminal voltages, I1, V1, I2, V2, we can represent in terms of these reflected voltages. How we can do? That V1 is equal, we can write V1 plus V1 minus, and V2 is equal, we can say V2 plus V2 minus. Similarly, I1 we can write V1 plus minus V1 minus. I believe you remember these facts, right? We have seen in a transmission line. And I2 is V2 plus minus V2 minus divided by Z0. Correct. So this is actually what we did actually. We we tried to write the incident and reflected voltage wave and current wave. I would say here the voltage wave and current wave, because as I told you, voltage and other things could not be measured actually, and it is not justified to measure at the high frequency because it is keep changing, fluctuating. So let us call it the voltage wave and current wave. Fine. Okay. Now the thing is, what we can do actually, we can use V1 and V2, okay, here and here. Fine. I1 here and I2 here. Fine. And we'll try to make a new relation here. Okay. If you try to put here, so it will be like this. Correct. This is V1 plus minus V1 minus over Z0 is equal Y11 V1 plus V1 minus Y12 V2 plus V2 minus. Similarly, V2 plus minus V2 minus divided by Z0 Y21 V1 plus V1 minus plus Y22 V2 plus V2 minus. Can we write? Yes. I just replace all the terminal voltages with reflected and incident and reflected waves. Okay. Now let's rearrange all those things. Correct. So what we can write, that V1 plus minus V1 minus over just a minute. Equal Y11 Z0 V1 plus V1 minus plus Y12 Z0 V2 plus V2 minus. Same is here, V2 plus minus V2 minus is equal to Y21 V1 plus V1 minus plus Y22 Z0. I just rearranging all those things. V2 plus V2 minus. Fine. Now let us try to write in terms of the incident and reflected. Okay, however, it is very difficult, but let us try this thing. Okay. So if you rearrange this thing, so this will be V1 minus 1 plus Y11 Z0 is equal V1 plus 1 minus Y11 Z0 minus Y12 Z0 V2 plus V2 minus. And similarly, V2 minus will be 1 plus Y22 Z0 is equal V2 plus 1 minus Y22 Z0 minus Y21 Z0 V1 plus V1 minus. Okay. Now you can see here. Now what you can see, these coefficients. If I say this V1 minus and V2 minus, so the coefficient of V1 minus will be like this. Now here you can see this is a complex situation. Correct. So it means that we can try actually to write down the things, but somehow it is difficult to unclub these things. So this is we call it as a coupled equation, club equation. Okay, so better to write these things in terms of function. So how we can write express, like from here one thing is clear, that that these coefficients, okay, these coefficient is a function of y parameter and the characteristic impedance. Okay, so how we can write actually, this is v1 minus is equal f11 y1 z0 v1 plus f12 y comma z0 v2 plus, and v2 minus is equal f21 y comma z0 v1 plus f22 y comma z0 v2 plus. Correct? Can we write? Yes, of course we can write, because now here you can see these functions actually, these functions particularly, okay, we made here the function of y and z0, okay, which is a quite clear with the above equation we can do. Fine. Okay. Huh? Okay, because here you can also see this v2 plus is also the function of this thing. So combinedly we can write like this. Okay, so particularly if I say fij, correct, fij are the function of y parameter. Even if you start with the z parameter, this could be z a b c d whatever you want. Correct, you can rewrite in terms of z a b c d whatever you want. Correct, it is not a hard and fast rule. You can start with a z y parameter only. You can do these things with z parameter, a b c d parameter. Now what we'll do here, we'll try to divide, okay, the previous equation, okay, which is just a minute. Okay, this equation will divide under root z0. Correct? So what I'm saying that v1 plus over z under root z0. So I'm naming as that a. Correct? Similarly, let's make it a1. Similarly, v1 minus over z0 under root z0 we called as b1, and v2 plus over under root z0 is a2, and v2 minus over under root z0 is b2. Correct? Why I'm doing? Because ultimately I have to do all the things in terms of the show in terms of the waves actually. Okay, incident wave and reflected wave kind of things. And we have to deal with the power only. So if you divide by root 2, correct? If you divide by root 2, so you can say that is the square root of incident and reflected powers at port 1 and port 2. Correct? And what we can do, S11 we can represent as F11 just a minute. So the function of y comma z0. Okay, S12 is representing S12 y comma z0, and S21 is F21 y comma z0, S22 F22 y comma z0. Fine. Now the thing is, the complete equation could be written in terms of these parameters, these new parameters, which is b1 is equal s11 a1 plus s12 b2, b2 is equal s21 a1 plus s22 a2. Correct. So this is actually, this is what? This is the s parameter. Okay. This is the s parameter. Fine. So like you have seen the y there in ABCD. So this is the one of the form. Now here, some of the things, some of the facts you need to clear. Here, S11, S12, S21, S22 are known as a scattering parameter. Okay, I'm again saying this is called as a scattering parameter. Correct? Hmm? of this two-port system, and A1, A2, B1, B2 are the square root of the incident and reflected powers, or scattered. Means the the common term we can use as scattering. Actually, from scattering, this is a scattered parameter. Just a minute. Okay, so this is actually incident and reflected power at port 1 and port 2. Fine, and these quantity we can say that this is could be related to the terminal voltage and currents. Fine. So can we represent? Okay, can we represent these E1, E2, B1, B2, and all those things? Okay, in terms of the terminal voltage. Yes, of course we can represent. Correct. So okay, so A1 is actually V1 plus over under root Z naught, okay, square root of the power incident at port 1. Correct. It means that we can recall V1 plus as V minus V1 minus, and V1 plus minus V1 minus is equal I1 Z naught. Correct. Or we can also write it V1 minus is equal V1 plus minus I1 Z naught. Fine. Simply V1 plus will be V1, okay, minus, what is this term? V1 plus minus I1 Z naught. Fine. Now if you rearrange this thing, so you can write V1 plus is equal V1 plus I1 Z naught over 4. Just a minute, 1 minute. Okay, sorry, there is a disturbance actually. Okay, people are coming to the cabin. So, okay, so this is actually V1 plus is this, right? So, what we did actually, we written V1 plus in terms of this thing. So now A1 can be written like V1 plus I1 Z naught over 2 under root Z naught. Now, once we have, it means that if we have the terminal voltages, correct? So we can write down the incident and reflected waves, correct? So this is the idea actually. In a similar way, in a similar way, just a minute. In a similar way, other could be also defined like A2. What is A2? A2 is V2 plus over under root Z naught. This is a square root of the power incident at port 2. Fine. Now, how can we write these things in terms of the terminal voltage? Of course, we can do this will be V2 is equal V2 plus V2 minus. Okay, so this could be written as other equation is I2 Z0 is equal V2 plus minus V2 minus. Okay, so V2 plus is equal V2 minus V2 minus, or this could be V2 minus. Okay, V2 minus these things. Okay, could be written like this: V2 minus V2 plus minus I2 Z0. And just replace these things. And finally, we have V2 minus V2 plus I2 Z0. Correct? So finally, I can write V2 plus as V2 plus I2 Z0 over 2. So this is actually what? From here, you can put these things here and you can define A2. And A2 will be V2 plus I2 Z0 over 2 under root Z0. Correct? Now, the third one is V1. V1 is V1 minus over under root Z0. This is what? This is a square root of the power reflected from port 1. Okay, now you are at the second port. Fine. So if you do the similar way, this thing, so you can write V1 minus I1 Z0 over 2 under root Z0. And V2 is V2 minus over under root Z0. This is what? This is a square root of the power reflected from port 2. So B2 would be defined in terms of the terminal voltage as V2 minus I2 Z0 over 2 under root. However, this is not going to be used actually. We are not able to measure the voltage and current, but at some frequencies, correct, low frequencies, maybe this is RF. You can check actually and you can validate these results. Okay. So the idea is just to can we go the reverse and can we connect some of the things where we started. Correct. Now let us try to understand the S parameter descriptions once again. So finally, this is DUT. Correct. This is what? This is DUT, and this DUT we can represent in terms of the S parameters. Okay, in terms of the S parameter like this: S11, S12, S21, S22, like this. And this is codes. We define each and everything. Now we are able to recheck all the things. So 1 dash, this is 2 dash, fine. And this is the reference. Okay, this is the reference where we are measuring. Fine. So this is A1 incident, and this is reflected one, B1. Fine. In the same way, if this is a terminal, let's say, so this is A2 and this is B2. Fine. So it means what? When I'm saying the S11 means this is actually reflected from port 1 only. So this is S11. Similarly, this will be S22. If we are talking about the port 2 side only, okay. And if we are talking about the transmission, okay, 1 to 2, this is S21. 1 stand for the, means if you are writing the S21 means 1 is actually where you fed the power. And when we are talking about the transmission from port 2 to 1, so this is S12. Correct? So almost these things you will see this kind of situation. in any active and passive devices actually in a microwave, correct? And we supposed to measure these parameter, and somehow by using this parameter you can extract some other information about the devices. We'll let you know, you know, these things. Okay. So now how we will do the measurement actually, correct? So I'll give you a very overview kind of things, like how we can measure actually these things. Like it is difficult to say right now here, but how we can measure in a lab, correct, in a real time situation. Okay, I'll try to connect those things, but let us try to understand, because these things you already performed when you studied the two-port network, correct? So I'm going to talk about the measurement of S parameter. There's a one experiment actually we designed, and in that experiment, okay, you will be going through that how you can measure the S parameter also, correct? So let us make the matrix B1 B2 is equal S11 S12 S21 S22 A1 A2. Fine. Now it is quite simple actually. Like if you recall your two-port network these things. So to find the S11, what we will do? B1 over A1 when A2 is 0, and S21 but B2 over A1 A2 will be 0, and S22 is B2 over B2 when A1 is equal 0. S12 is equal B1 over B2 A1 is equal 0. Now it is quite simple actually. If we see mathematically this thing, making A2 is equal to 0 or A1 is equal to 0, we can find it out the things. Okay, but it is quite challenging at microwave frequency. You know why? Because let's say this is the situation, correct? You want to measure the S11. Okay, so here A2 supposed to be 0, means this is this things a two-port system. This is A1 B1 A2 A2, correct? So A2 is 0 is fine. There is no issue, fine, because the source at this port number 2 we are making 0 and we are analyzing like this, fine. But the thing is, but the thing is, we have to, apart from this, at the port 2 we supposed to match this terminal. Okay, we supposed to match this terminal. Why? Because there must be no reflection actually from the port 2 side. If you are leaving open, okay, or short circuit or the other thing, so there must be some reflection actually. Okay, I'll tell you this thing, that how we can find the total reflection. But for measuring the accurate S11 S21 and all the things, right, we need to take care of this part. Okay, fine. So we need to match actually. We need to match the system. Matching the system when you come in a lab actually. So we'll show you that what are the match terminations. And the idea of matching is like that, when the wave is incident over these things, so there will be no reflections actually from there. And that is actually we want. Okay. So in a similar way, other could be realized also. Fine. So this is all about some basics, these things of the S parameters, correct? And in all kind of these things, active and passive devices in a microwave, RF and microwave engineering, correct? We are characterizing actually its S parameter. Or means you will see actually, like when we are dealing with a transistor, okay, capacitor, inductor, and all those things. So what we are measuring the voltage and current. Okay? In a lab we have seen, हम लोगों ने देखा ऐसा, हाँ, and but when you are working at a high frequency, ठीक है ना? When you are working at a high frequency, it is difficult to measure the V1 and V and I. correct? So we have to measure the power actually. Okay, so scattering parameter or incident and reflected waves, correct? So for that actually this S parameter is required. So that is why in a coming classes I'll show some of the applications that how we can characterize the device, like amplifier too, correct? We can discuss about the amplifiers. We can talk about, if let's say, the filters, antennas, any components, correct? So all these things we are going to realize with the using the S parameter, because this is one of the very important parameter. Now the thing is, like, you can see the real-time example in your home. What you can do, you just check your DTH, okay? Any this things, dish services, the set-top box is there, correct? You please check the set-top box, okay, the back side. So you will find that at there is some BNC connectors are there, okay? So these BNC connectors, they have written there the 50 ohm and all those things, 75 ohm somewhere, correct? And they the proper impedance matching and all those things. Why we are doing? Because we don't want any kind of reflection. Every power should go inside the setup box. Okay, so this is actually the idea, and gradually you will see, the particularly advantages of S parameters and all. Correct. So okay, though this is all about for the S parameters. Correct. So if you have any questions, you can discuss with me. Right now, 18 students are here. Correct. So, okay. So if you have any questions, you please discuss with me. Okay, this is one of the very important unit. Okay, and most of the problems we will be performing in our coming classes. Correct. So I suggest you please check the TM Pozar book. Okay, this is a very important book, and you will see the details of the S parameter. Means this class and the coming classes I will be covering from DM Pozar only. Correct. So please check the book, find it out the fundamentals, and please try to see some of the things also. Okay, for the S parameters. So this is all about from my side. If you have a question, okay, you can discuss with me. I'm here. Okay, please. If you have any questions, you can discuss with me. If there is a no question, then you may leave. There is a no issue.